Hey guys, Daniel here, and welcome to, I think, the third edition of my CD collection. And it is now 1 a.m., Saturday, September 26th. And yes, I figure I promised a while back in my previous videos from my CD collection I was going to show more my collection, but I haven't gotten around to it. But we are here today, and I'm gonna try to bang this out as much as I can. And as you can see, I got glasses on, not prescription. These are readers because I can't see too good most of the time when I read and stuff. But just had to put these on. Got tired of seeing things looking kind of sort of blurry, but eventually, when everything gets back to normal, all this craziness going on with the stuff, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say it. I think you guys hear it enough as it is. So, yeah, eventually I'll start going to an eye doctor again and get official prescription glasses. But, better than being blind, I'll say that much. So anyway, I got a few CDs I grabbed from my shelf. Some I didn't show in my previous video. I try not to make sure I don't repeat myself, show something I already showed in the previous video. So I just try to make sure I grabbed something I didn't have shown them. And you're probably wondering, what is that music in the background? That is George Benson, Breezin'. Very beautiful music, very pretty song. I actually found this album. Well, this is on YouTube, by the way, so I don't have the physical copy. I wish I did, because I saw it prior to the whole pandemic. When I was in the book cafe, they had the record, and I didn't have money. And right then and there, I'm like, of course, just when I find something I would really like to grab. Since this is a nice song, really, it is nice. But anyway, don't let me. Sorry, it's a little hot in here, and I got the AC on, but thing needs to be cleaned, the filter. So anyway, don't let me go on too long, so let me get started. Here is an album of one of my favorite artists, female artists of all time. Started listening to her many years ago, like in the early 2010s, maybe 2013, maybe somewhere around there. And the artist is Kate Bush, Dreaming. By the way, my personal favorite album. Yes, Hounds of Love is a definite great album. But in my personal opinion, when it comes to my personal favorite, and don't get me wrong, Hounds of Love is excellent. It is a masterpiece. There's no talking bad about that either way. It's still great, but if I had to choose my own personal favorite when it comes to certain things about Kate Bush that I love, is this album. Her stuff has always been pretty experimental, but this one really goes all the way, in my opinion. With Sat in Your Lap, good song. There Goes a Tenor, which I enjoy. Pull Out the Pin, Suspended and Gaffa, which I love. I actually enjoy Suspended and Gaffa. It's just so cheery. It makes me want to dance in the barn, like in the music video. Well, if you haven't seen the video, I suggest check it out. Her stuff is always amazing. Night of the Swallow, which is... whoa. Oh, man. There's just something haunting about that song. And, of course, the title track, The Dreaming. Wow. I don't even know what to say. It is out there, and I love it. And if you look at that cover, if she is giving this man a kiss to pass the key, which is actually which is referenced in, I think, Houdini. Yeah, my house is... Oh man, I just love this album. Oh man. What can I say? It's... I can't repeat myself. There's not in words to it. If you haven't heard this album, if you guys heard of Kate Bush, or you might like a very artistic artist, like experimental, I'd say she's someone you should check out if you haven't checked her out yet. If you like artists like Bjork or St. Vincent or something to the effect, and believe me, you will like her. I say she's like, I don't know, I don't even know what to put her in the category. She's in a category of her own, which that's what I love about her. She's just different, and I just love that about her. I'd like to get more albums of hers. I got albums, and I do have some albums of hers, but I did have one copy of an album called Never Forever, and I lost that copy. I don't know what happened to it. Must have got misplaced, or I must have accidentally thrown it out with some stuff that I was getting rid of, and I must have accidentally, who knows, but I'll just buy another copy, no problem. So, The Dreamin', my favorite. This one is another female artist, Ellie Goulding, or as I for a long time kept on saying Golding. I don't know why. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Just had a late night sandwich. PB&J, of course. Yeah, this is Halcyon Days. And this is a special edition copy because it's 2 discs. I don't know how that got on this end, but okay. Anyway, so 2 disc set. So this is not just a regular copy. Ellie Goulding loved the album Lights, and you can't really see her face, but I do like this version of the cover. It's very, I don't know, beautiful woman though, very beautiful woman. I do like this album. I do like Lights a little bit better when it comes to my taste and preference of her style of music, but this is an exception. This is actually good on its own, but it's still a lot of good songs, a lot of interesting tracks. Like, you got Anything Could Happen, which I enjoy. Such a bizarre video. It's not as weird as everything. It is enough. To be fair, I've seen weirder videos. The Anything Could Happen video, I don't know, it's not even close to bizarre. It's pretty tame compared to everything I say. Not lame, tame. Though there's this one point where she's got a bloody nose. Nosebleed, I don't know what to make of that. Whoever directed it must have had some idea with it. But hey, overall the song is good. Figure 8, good song. Hanging On, Explosions. I Need Your Love, which is a song by Calvin Harris. And that's on here somehow, is on the CD. And that's a bonus track actually, so that's why it's in there. Ritual. And the second disc, reason why this is a reissue, I guess, because during this time when this album came out, she also came out with a single called Burn, which you heard a lot on the radio. Most I heard a lot when I go to this place near my house to get coffee every morning, like as a part of my morning ritual, get iced coffee. Since it was nearby, the house was like literally just up the street, and I would hear this song on the radio. Usually I would just not really respond to music of today, but something caught my attention, and it was her voice. I don't know, it was the chorus, something just got my attention. It really seeped right in. It got my attention. I just wanted to know who sang it, because I really actually did like what I was hearing. And when I realized it was Ellie Goulding, I'm like, oh, the Lights girl. Burn, I like. That's a beautiful song, actually. I got nothing bad to say about that. It's worth reissuing the album as a double 2 discs with the track, because it did become a hit. Goodness gracious, a very fun. It's a very fun song. That's all I can say. it reminds me of a certain time in my life, a good part of my life. Like, I don't know, like, the first time I heard this song, I would listen to Goodness Gracious back in 2000. Granted, this was a little older than 2016, maybe 2012 and something, but 2016 is when I started listening to the song, and every time I heard Goodness, it's a very catchy song, it's very electronic, it's very pop, it's very, very pop, and that's okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Stay Awake, I forgot how that sounds like. Yeah. They have a bunch of stuff. Oh yeah, speaking of lights, they re-released a song on this album. Well, not on the official track listing, but it's in the bonus track, so I'm thinking, why re-release the song? I know it's one of her signature songs. I still say I like Lights a little bit better, but I still enjoy this a lot. It has dubstep overtones, because around this time, dubstep was like everywhere, which, personally, I'm not the big on that type of style of electronic music. I like electronic music. I like industrial, synthwave, trance, you name it. But not everything's gonna agree. I think it was that overuse of the wub-wubs and stuff. But I heard that genre technically existed way before it became like big in America, like Skrillex and all that. But I kind of blame Skrillex for doing that stereotypical wub-wub nonsense. I don't know, that stuff just puts me off. But I heard the genre existed like long before that. I think its origins come from the UK, I think. And they say it sounds nothing like that. But I don't know, I haven't really listened to it. Maybe I'll look it up just to see if it's a bit better than that. So I can't be the judge of that kind of genre. But it was annoying hearing it all the time because every commercial used the dubstep. And I was like, oh god, this isn't gonna last. Thankfully, it died out as soon as it came. Actually, it felt like it lasted longer. Maybe for a couple of years, and it just died out because I guess people realized it was just repetitive. You can only do the same sounding song a million times. Jonathan Davis from Korn has done his own side project as J Devil. Yeah, I know, not a great name. I mean, love Jonathan Davis from Korn. Cool band, but I did not like Path of Totality. I maybe like one song on there that's even worth listening to, but I just, I respect artistic change in your music, and I'm okay with that. I've always been okay with that. Especially when I get older, I realize, you can't always sound the same, and I eventually come to accept that, and I enjoy that. But I don't know, Path of Totality was just weak and forgotten to me. I don't know what I'd like less. That or... I forgot the name of it. Yeah, pretty much that says it all. I don't even want to put my mind on that album. I don't want to lose track. But anyway, they did the dubstep thing, and a lot of other bands at one point did it for a while. It felt too trendy for me. It just got annoying. It just doesn't work for me. I mean, I'm not saying you can do it. Can't do it or anything like that. Hey, if a person has a right to make the music the way they want, hey, enjoy. If you like dubstep still, hey, enjoy. Don't let me bring you guys down. I'm just not gonna be a gatekeeper. I don't like that kind of nonsense, because gatekeeping and all that is just immature in my opinion. A bit selfish. To me, if you want to do something really ridiculous that's out of context with the metal genre or any type of rock, hey, let me hear it. I'm interested. If I wanted to hear a Mambo Number 5-esque style with a little bit of Typo Negative, I know it's a ridiculous concept. I doubt that would ever happen. But then again, who knows? But personally, I wouldn't think it would sound good. But hey, it could work with the right music. I know that was a little silly, but the whole point is, I've always been about experimental stuff, so I'm always cool with something different. So anyway, off of that, the next one is really cool. And I've always mentioned, I think I mentioned in the past I'm a huge Elton John fan. Excuse me. I am so sorry about that. I feel like a pig. Hey, what can I say? This is Elton John Greatest Hits 1970 to 2002. And I've noticed he has a lot of greatest hits albums out, like a lot. But to be fair, as the years go on, he releases more music, so you can add more to the list. But this is the one greatest hits album I feel like I just need. Don't need to repeat it. Who cares? I'm not gonna really complain because it's Elton. Sir Elton John makes things better for me. So I can't really complain about that. And I like Elton a lot. I do have leather jackets, I think. Ugh, you won't find any song from that album on here. And for good reason, it was awful. Yes, I bought it because I was like, oh, Elton John, but I never heard this album before. Don't recall even the song. Ugh, ooh. I'm sorry. Even the best artists have their worst albums. To me, Leather Jackets, from what I heard, after hearing it, the production was awful. It just did not connect with me like his other stuff. It was just poorly made. And I just want to get that out of the way real quick, and believe me, there was not one single off that album that was even remotely worth putting out. Like I said, I love Elton John. I've always had since I can remember, since I was a little kid, since Lion King. But, ouch. And I think the man himself would agree that it's one of his worst albums and his most forgotten ones. And plus, didn't help around that time he was going through a serious drug problem. He was a very heavy cocaine user, and around that time it was just really bad. According to what I read, it was so bad. He was in the studio, I think, at one point, and he was just nose was runny. It was awful. He was clearly messed up on coke while recording, so I guess thank God he got bounced back and eventually managed to get past all that. I'm just glad Elton got clean, because I couldn't imagine the idea of him dying before he could ever truly make it as far as he did in life. And that's not I'm not good at explaining things, and I'm sorry if I sound a little stumbly. The point is, I'm just glad Elton got the help he did and kept making music, and he's still going strong, and that's all that matters. But yeah, so this is really cool. It has all the classics you can think of. Oh, I love this. Wait, let me show you this. This is like, let me show you. I like the art on the CD, like the images of him. But this is really cool too. All the images throughout his career, from his early beginnings to it's amazing. He's been around for 50 years. Yes, folks. 50 years, when people realize, damn, he was around forever. I guess people, when you get older, they know it's been so long. Then you start to think, wait, he was around that long? I can imagine, but I don't know. It's just time can do funny things to you when you get older. Believe me, it feels like we just started this year, which personally I can be happy when it's over, but we're not gonna get into that depressing stuff. So yeah, of course you got the classics like Your Song, which is essential in my book. You gotta have that song at least on every greatest hits record, because it's just not an Elton John compilation without his classics. Levon, Tiny Dancer, Rocket Man, Honky Cat, Crocodile Rock Daniel, Must Be the Clouds in My Eye. Okay. Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting. I should start playing that tomorrow. Just, the fighting would be non-existent, just maybe fighting with myself on debating on what should I make for dinner. But that's tomorrow. I don't know. I can't even think straight, and I'm just... So, Benny and the Jets, Candle in the Wind. Just so many good songs. And the second disc is only just... We're just getting started here. Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Little Jean. I'm Still Standing. I guess that's what it's called. Of course, you gotta have Can You Feel the Love Tonight, especially if you're a 90s baby and grew up watching Lion King as a child and hearing that song at the end credits. And with that, you got Circle of Life. I love this. I just love that song. After I forget that it's a Disney song, but it becomes pretty much his own way he performs it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna sound cheesy I'm gonna sound a little goofy for this, but I think it's safe to say that we're grown ups and we can accept it. This song does get me a little teary-eyed. Can You Feel the Love Tonight? It's just the way he sings it. He just pulls at your heartstrings. It's the power of music, friends. Maybe people. I'm sorry if I keep staring at this. I don't wanna. It's distracting, but classic Elton. You gotta love him for that, and I'm just glad we got so much music from him. And so anyway, next is of course another classic album, Purple Rain by Prince. I could describe this album, but you guys already know it's a iconic album for many reasons. Of course, the title track, there's no explaining it. If someone has not heard Purple Rain yet, what are you waiting for? Check it out. Once you're not gonna want to miss that opportunity. So, of course, I got the movie and I have the T-shirt. Yeah, a little bit too much of a fan of Purple Rain, am I? Hey, who cares? I love it. It's worth it. Then again, funny thing about that story, I remember it was Christmas Eve a couple of years ago, going on 2 years ago, and it was Christmas Day, and just the night before I went to sleep, I was listening to this album. The next day, I went to open my gifts. Yes, I know, I'm 28, and what am I doing? Hey, not like I'm asking for toys. Maybe collectibles if I wanted to get something in particular to put on my shelf, but that's another story. Really more about the music. I actually got not only did I do I have the album, but I got the movie, and like I said, the T-shirt. And the funny thing is, the same day I got the movie for Christmas, I just happened to be wearing the Purple Rain T-shirt while watching Purple Rain. Wow. I know, coincidence. I'm pretty sure that happens to a lot of people. It was just, I was really in the moment, and man, great stuff. Let's Go Crazy, Take Me With You. I can't really say anymore. You guys already know the deal. And next is Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears. Ozzy Osbourne. Really cool album. I haven't heard it in a while. It's been a while since I last listened to it. It's such a cool album. I mean, this must be a special edition because this does come with CD bonus tracks. They Don't Blame Me, Party with the Animals. I'm sorry, I keep getting gas in my stomach, keep burping. I apologize too. Of course, it's right in the middle of the video. I got a burp. That's cool. Can't really see it too good, but there's Ozzy and his band, backing band. Sorry if you can't see it, it's so dark. It's hard to always see it, but yeah.
Beneath the stains of time, the feeling disappears.
I just want to see Ozzy in concert, but the way times are going, I doubt it'll ever happen. But then again, never say never, you know what I mean? Sad I'll never get to see Black Sabbath. It's a bummer. All the good bands are either retired or gone. I'm just not hate when that happens. This one is Sevendust Animosity. Very underrated band. Very underrated band. And I did see someone wear a Sevendust shirt recently. I think a hoodie. I'm thinking, whoa, never thought I'd see that. You don't really see many people wear those shirts. I mean, they exist, but you just don't normally see anyone you know that listens to Sevendust other than myself. At least where I'm from, I don't see that often. You might see the usual standards, or you get that one unlikely. So I thought that was cool seeing Sevendust. And Sevendust. Sorry if I can't think of anything to say. I blame this beautiful song right here, "Hurt" by Johnny Cash, originally by 9 Inch Nails. Sorry, that song can will get my attention really easily, so I apologize. So yeah, TOAB, which is by Sevendust, was the first track. I would tell you what TOAB means. How I say this without getting into trouble with YouTube. Oh, not that it matters, because I'm not looking to censor myself. But I'll try to keep it. TOAB means tatas on a boar. I don't know why it's called that. I don't know. Is that some kind of derogatory thing? I don't even know what to make of it. I don't know why to bring that up, that little fact, but yeah. Praise, that's like their most well-known songs that you think about. I like Crucified on here. That's a good song. Xmas Day I haven't heard in a while, but I remember that being good. Shine I enjoy. Live Again, oh man, good stuff. I gotta clean this CD jewel case. It's all mucked up from stuff being spilled and everything from being in a different part of the room. And last but not least, once again, Kate Bush, this time Lionheart. And she was so cute back then. Still a lovely lady. Granted, she can't sing like she used to, when she was young, because she used to hit those high-pitched notes. Like, it was almost inhuman. And I mean that in the most sincerest, nicest way possible. That's what makes her, to me, very special. Nowadays, she can't sing like those high notes like she used to, because, well, to be fair, she's, like, I don't even know how old she is by now. She's got to be in her late 50s, maybe in her 60s by now. I gotta look it up. So, of course, you're not gonna sound exactly as way. Your singing voice is not gonna sound exactly the same as it did, like, decades ago. Your voice gets old, changes with age. But to be fair, she can still sing regardless. The only album, I want to get her other albums, like Sensual World, Red Shoes, what else I don't got? Aerials, 50 Words for Snow, which is a far more mellow album, so it's not going to be for everybody. You might find it boring, but I'm for it. And I would love that stuff. I would love to have these more sort of stuff. Even Final Cut, where she just redoes songs in the vision that she wanted it to be, from like the Red Shoes and Sensual World mostly. some people don't really care for the fact that she just redid the songs, but since I'm a big Kate Bush fan, it's definitely worth it. And I did like the version of that redone version of Deeper Understanding, because I don't know, I just like it. I know they don't like the auto-tune use on the chorus. Well, that's her son, actually. In fact, the redone version of Deeper Understanding for Final Cut. I mean, not, was it Final Cut? No, I'm sorry, Director's Cut. I am so sorry. I'm thinking of something totally different. Director's Cut. I apologize. Hey, I'm only human. I can mess up too, you know. But yeah, Director's Cut. I know it's a mixed bag for some people. They don't like some redone versions, but I'll definitely listen to it. I'll definitely buy it still, because like I said, I love Kate Bush. I never would have guessed I would be listening to her, but you know, once I heard her name and looked her up, I'm like, wow. She just has this magic about her. It's like she's not like most female singers from that time or her period. I don't know. It's just hard to put my finger on. She's just unique. And to me, to this very day, she's still got that very uniqueness about her. And very important figure in music. And I wish she had the same exposure she has in her home country as well in America. But sadly, it seemed like she was overlooked in America by most audiences. The most we got was Running Up the Hill and her duet with Peter Gabriel on Don't Give Up. Which is a shame, because she can really, really do some magic to your ears when she starts singing. Like, it's hard to put my words with the magic of those lyrics she writes. It is nothing like anything you hear. Guess that's what made me drawn to her from the moment. You could say it was like love at first sight. Well, not in a creepy sort of way, but I mean love as in terms of love at first sound. Well, I don't know what else to say. Well, that's all I have for now, guys, and I hope you enjoy your weekend. Who knows, I may make another video tomorrow. We'll see. And we'll see you next time with another edition of my collection of my CDs. Later, guys.